is currently the beginning of May, and I had some garden tasks that I needed to get done today, and I figured why not bring y'all along. So this is our front cucumber bed. You may have seen it in our April garden tour, and these cucumbers are finally big enough that they are ready to be hung down from our windowsill. We did this last year and it completely covered the window. It was so fun. It's such a weird conversation starter. This is the front of our house, and so people will just walk in and this is the first thing that they see, and it's so fun. We love it. And so I will thin out some of these seedlings from volunteers that we had, and I will use this twine to connect it to the top. We have some screws in there. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have used Christmas yarn, but they'll grow over it. It's fine. So this is my salvia flower, and as you can see, it's looking a little bit dull. Its flowers have bloomed out, and so we are going to do something that I should have done a long time ago, and that is deadheading. So deadheading is cutting off the dead branches or the flowers that have already bloomed out on your plant, and so most flowers need deadheading to produce more flowers over the season, especially if they are flowers that can bloom, spring, summer, fall, for long periods of time. You're really going to want to deadhead those, and that encourages new blooms. There are some flowers that don't need to be deadheaded, but I don't know what those are. And so, as a good rule of thumb, I deadhead pretty much all of my flowers. And so I've taken out the ones that have zero color from my salvia, but you can take out flowers that have just a little bit of their bloom left. So this flower has just a little bit of bloom left. There's no use in it. Just cut it. It will encourage new growth much faster. So now is that time of year where we want to start pruning our tomatoes. It's very important to get those done at the beginning of the season, especially when it's super rainy, because when we reach June and July, it's just not going to be as rainy as it is now. And tomatoes are really susceptible to fungus and disease, and a lot of that can occur from bad airflow or just too much moisture. And so today we are going to start pruning our tomatoes. I do have a short video of this on TikTok if you would like to see me there, but I will go into a little bit more depth this time on YouTube. So here I have my tomato plant. This is a giant Belgian tomato. Super excited for these. They're supposed to be really large, yummy tomatoes. And it's got some blooms on it. Oh my gosh! It has got a tiny tomato on it. I'm so excited. I haven't seen that. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm so excited. Anyway, that's off track. Pruning tomatoes. Typically for anything, you're gonna want to do the 3 Ds. Dead, dying, or diseased. I'm lucky enough that my tomatoes so far don't have any fungus on them, but if they did, you could see that fungus on the bottom of their leaves. Typically they would have black or brown dots, or sometimes even yellow, or you could see it on the tops of their leaves, and they would have either yellow or brown or black, or even sometimes a white dot or lines. Anything of those colors you want to take a closer look at and decide if that's a fungus or not. And if it is, there are solutions that you can make, or you can buy organic copper fungicide, and those are all great fixes. Rude. It's a loud bird. Those are all good cures to having disease. Here I have my tomato plant, obviously. Got clean scissors from the cucumbers, and I'm going to clean these between every plant that I go between. Having clean scissors or clippers, whatever you use, is very important to not spread disease. And so that goes for your tomatoes, that goes for cucumbers, garlic, onions, anything that harbors disease. You want to cleanse them. Typically, you could use isopropyl alcohol or fire, if you want to light them on fire for a second. Just any way to sterilize them and make sure that you get rid of those microbes. Here we've got some low-hanging leaves, and you can tell they're already damaged. We've had some heavy rain and some very small hail, and that'll just tear through your plants. And so we are going to take these off. We're also going to take them off because they are close to our soil. You can see back here I had some little stems that I already had to cut off because they were growing in the soil, and that is just how you get disease. You want to be really careful about leaves that you have in the soil. So now that I have this up on my trellis and it's grown some, I feel okay to take these bottom leaves off. So I'm going to come in here and just clip it off. Now if these were diseased, you would want to throw these in the trash or light them on fire. You would not want to compost these. Now typically what I will end up doing is clearing the stem all the way up about a foot, just to really give it that ample airflow. This is not something that you have to do, but I found that it's something that I like to do to really make sure that we cut down on our chances of having a disease, because more than likely it will happen. It's bound to, you know, that's a normal thing for tomatoes. They get disease all the time, and so it's best to prevent it as much as we can. So here's a leaf that has a little bit of a brown and yellow marking on it. I'm a little worried about this, so I'm going to take this stem off. So this is a new addition that we had this year. This is a wildflower slash sunflower slash perennial bed. It's a bunch of things. I just wanted a pretty flower bed in the ground in front of my greenhouse just because I thought that would be very pretty. And so far, everything's going okay. We have quite a few of these cosmos in here. We've got a mix of like lemonade cosmos and then some red and oranges, just some pretty cosmos overall. I've got some celosia, and then I planted just like a wildflower mix seed packet in here, and I think those have come up. It's hard to tell if they are weeds or if they are wildflowers, but I'm pretty sure that they're wildflowers. Over here in that corner I have dianthus, which I think is super pretty, and then I've also got some pretty tiny lavender over here. This is, I believe, French lavender, maybe, but it's not growing very quickly, so I might move it. And then I've got a Mexican sunflower in that corner spot. The reason, though, that I am over here today is because if you look real close, I've got two giant Mongolian sunflowers that no longer have tops. And we can attribute that to the deer. We've literally found deer prints all over our yard. I've got a fruit tree back there that has gotten eaten by deer. I've got two sunflowers over in that other bed. I've got a cosmo back there. I mean, they are hungry. Now, I will say we have seen a pregnant mama deer walking around, and so I'm not as mad, but still, these are giant sunflowers. They take a while to grow, and I'm pretty sure they will eat all of them if I don't do something soon. So if you have any suggestions for organic ways to repel the deer, that would be greatly appreciated. For now, I am going to take some sage that I have in a bucket and bring it over. And I also read that items that smell like humans can repel deer. And so I'm going to take probably some dirty clothes. I won't record that part because it's not very pleasant to look at. But I'm going to leave some dirty clothes out, have my sage out, and we will go from there. Hopefully they will stop eating all my sunflowers because I am so excited for sunflowers this year. This is our sage from last year. I started it from seed last year and it overwintered in the greenhouse. It's quite large. I need to look up and see if you can take cuttings from it, and if so, I think I'll take a cutting from it and put it around the bed and around my fruit tree and see if it doesn't help. It smells very nice. I just don't know if it's strong enough to repel deer, but I guess we'll find out. I've also got some very tiny rosemary in here. I don't think it's enough to repel the deer, but it's a good start. So the last thing that I would like to do before I have to go get ready for work is harvest some of these strawberries. I've been trying to come out here and harvest strawberries every day just because they produce strawberries so quickly, and they also go bad so quickly that if you don't come out here every day, they're just gonna spoil. And so we have been coming out every day or almost every day and harvesting these strawberries and putting them in the freezer in hopes that we will have enough to make a strawberry jam. I love strawberry jam, and having it come from the garden would just be so cool. I think it'd be such an amazing feeling. I know all the ingredients, I know how it was grown, and who doesn't love strawberry jam? That is a cute one. Let's see what else I've got back in here. Oh my gosh. It's one of those black wasps. Hate those. But I got 2 more strawberries. See, this is what I'm talking about. I've literally left this out for 1 day and it's starting to rot. Man. Missed one and now it's all squishy. That one's literally got a bug in it. Gross. We had to throw out a couple, but I'm pretty happy with these. Thank you so much for coming along with me while I do some garden tasks. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave it a like and comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more. And until next time, happy gardening.